Hi, I'm your host, Kathy Morrison, your certified life coach of Life Coach for the Soul. Today, my guest is my husband, Derek Morrison. Happy Father's Day.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Today, we will be honoring and celebrating him and also showing our appreciation for him. I will have a casual yet transparent coach conversation between he and our two daughters, Dearica and Khadidra. We will be talking about the importance of the father-daughter relationship, and I wanted to give a special shout out to my husband. Not only is he a magnificent husband, but he's also an amazing father. And I want to just take a moment to honor him today and also let him know how much we love him and how much we appreciate him. So thank you for joining us today.
Hello, I'm Dearica,
And I'm Khadidra.
and we just want to wish our dad a happy Father's Day.
Thank you. Thank you. So far, it's been a great Father's Day. I appreciate y'all, my wife and my daughters, and how the day has started off. So I'm truly blessed. Thank you all.
Okay, I am off camera as you can see, but I'm going to open it up with a few questions for my husband. And these are just, questions that will help all of us get to know him better and also give a chance for he and his daughters to have a special interaction today in his honor. So, darling, my first question for you is, how did you feel when you found out that you were going to be a father?
I was excited. Definitely, truly, as a husband, I thought it would be awesome. And we talked about having kids, and when I found out that I was going to be a father, I truly was excited and knew that it was definitely a blessing from the Lord. So I was definitely excited about it.
Were you present at the birth of your child? I know the answer, but the audience may not.
Yes, I was. I was in the hospital. I was there in the room for both of our children. When we had when you had the children, I was right there. I was right there when you had them.
How did you feel experiencing the birth of your child and at first sight?
It was bonding, I guess, like a mother and child. When you hear about mothers bonding to their children as far as carrying them. So for me to be in the room but be present when you gave birth, it definitely added an extra, I guess, something extra as far as a bond between me and my children.
What do you like about being a dad?
Oh man, it's so many things that I love about being a dad, and I guess one would be just being that person that my daughters can, I guess, look up to, someone that can lead their children and just be someone that they can respect and just admire as a father.
And what do you feel your role is as a dad?
Oh, well, my role as a dad, first and foremost, and I remember like it was yesterday, when they were born, for me, my biggest concern and my biggest priority was, Lord, I wanted them to first and foremost be saved, be Christian. So for me as a dad, that was first and foremost one of the most important things for me to be a dad. It was to make sure that they knew the Lord, came to know the Lord, and to establish a relationship with the Lord.
And tell me a little bit about your fatherhood. What did your father, what do you think you learned most from your father as a child growing up, as a young man?
Something simple as just being there. My father was a man who was there with me and my brothers, my mother. He was there always, every day. He was a working man, a hard working man. That was one thing that I picked up from him, work ethic. But I guess something as simple as just being there. A lot of times it's so sad we live in a world where there are missing fathers, but I can truly say that my father was there, and that's key. That's one of the most important things that I admired and respected about him.
And what would you say you have taught or attempted to teach your daughters about love and relationships now that they're adults?
Well, first and foremost, just love yourself. If you don't love yourself, then no one else will love you. If you don't respect yourself, no one else will respect you. So I think that's first and foremost.
Right. I can definitely attest to that. I think you've been a wonderful role model of what a young woman or any woman would want in a husband and as a father. So I really appreciate the time you're taking today. And now I'm going to allow your daughters to ask you a few questions and just move forward with our time together in honor of you today.
I guess I'll go first. So, what do you wish you had done differently in your life?
You know what? Nothing. I think a lot of times people will reflect and they say, think about, what if anything you would have changed or could change. And I think I would say nothing because I wouldn't be the person that I am if I wouldn't have made the choices that I made, good or bad. There's some, bad decisions we may make in life and say, oh, I regret that. I wish I could have changed that. But I think everything that I did in life brought me to this point, whether it be as a father, as a man, as a Christian. I think I would change nothing. I'm pleased with where I'm at, how God has blessed me and in this station in life.
Okay. I guess I'll start with what year were you born? Something simple.
1960, April 5th, 1960.
Okay.
Okay, and then what are your hopes for your future? I mean, you've done a lot of your, you fulfilled a lot of your goals. What else would you, hope for your future?
Something simple as just looking forward to the latter years of my life and just walking in obedience to the Lord, still being a father to you all, hopefully sharing some pearls of wisdom along the way, just enjoying life as God intended for me to enjoy it.
Okay.
Okay. I think I know the answer to this, but do you have a favorite band and who is that?
Earth, Wind, and Fire.
I was right. I knew it was Earth.
Okay. What is your greatest fear?
My greatest fear for me is to live my life outside of God's will. That's my greatest fear is Lord, when I think of success, I want to be a success according to His will and to His way. So my greatest fear is to not to praying that I don't deviate from that, from His will, from His way, and just walking with the Lord.
What is your best childhood memory?
Man, well, I have so many. I guess one of my best childhood memories would be just going fishing with my father. I remember he took me and the middle brother, Bryant, he took us fishing. And that, to me, that's one of the things that I remember. My oldest brother, of course, he was in college and out of the house. But I remember that as far as me and my brother, he took us fishing. So that's one of my best memories, remembering. Yes.
Okay. So when did you realize you loved Mom?
When I first saw her, I saw her in that purple dress.
Oh my Lord.
Yeah, I was when we first met and when I first saw her, and definitely like I say, as time passed, a short time that is, we got to know each other, and so I knew it instantly, immediately. It didn't take long.
Okay.
Who was your role model growing up and who is your role model now?
Easy, my father. My father was my role model. And now, it's not just one person that I can really pick out. Definitely my pastor, Dr. Tony Evans. There's another gentleman, attorney Robert Herrera. He's definitely a Christian man that I look up to. And there are other men. Abe Williams, he's passed on to be with the Lord. He was definitely one. So there are several people that I look to that are great men of God, fathers, that I have a great deal of respect for, that I look to.
Good. Okay. So I guess one more for me would be is what are you most proud of?
Ooh, what am I most? That's a difficult question because there's so much that I'm most proud of, and I would have to definitely put my daughters at the top. I am one of many things most proud of is you, Dearica and Khadidra, my daughters, as far as just how the Lord has brought you all definitely you'll be 30 next month. Well, in August, you just turned 27 last month. And when I look at just the milestones, my children, college graduates, not only just one degree but 2 degrees, whether it be in law or psychology. So I am just excited and proud to just see how the Lord has brought my children, and just how with me and my wife, all that we've poured into our children. You just want to see your children do well, and we're most proud. I'm most proud of just seeing how the Lord has kept you all, and where He's brought you thus far. And I'm extremely excited about just the future, just thinking about where God is going to take you all.
Okay, and I guess my last question would be, what was your father like when you were little?
He was, he was a loving father. He was attentive. And like I said earlier, he was always there. So one of the, I guess, fondest memories, he took me and my brother to get our haircuts every Friday. I remember, he'd take us to go
When you
get a
had
haircut.
hair,
When
right?
when I
You
had
had
hair,
hair.
he would take us to the barbershop on Fridays to go get a haircut, and then he'd take us to McDonald's right after when we finished, with our haircuts. So, he was definitely a good man, a great father. Like you're saying, he was nurturing. He was always there, protective of me and my brothers, and so that's one of the fondest memories I remember.
Awesome.
Okay, thank you, ladies. I have one final question, which I know that you do this well, but I'd like to hear your view on it and your answer. Do you feel that you balance your job with your family life, your spiritual life, and with your personal life? And how do you manage to balance it so well?
Yeah, I do. I think there is a balance. I know a lot of times you ask the father, man, is there anything he could change as far as, just the balance? For me, I would say there's nothing I would want to change, because with regards to my balancing my family, my job, career, ministry, just from a biblical standpoint, I've always, I guess, just had this unction to definitely put God first. Definitely God is first. Then, my wife and my children, and then in balancing that, I knew household always came first. Definitely God is first, but He wants us to, as men, to definitely put our household first, in front of job, in front of, always being at work, or even ministry-wise. We can minister, whether it's a pastor, whether it's in music, or whatever it is. There has to be a balance, and the Lord has always led me to put you all first, put my wife first, put my children first. When you all were younger, definitely going to the PTA meetings, going to the band concerts, to the dance, dance recitals, or just whatever it may be, just putting you all first. And that's why I say I don't regret anything, any decisions I made as a father, as a husband, because I believe that, I put you all first. And that's still my belief, to put you all in front of work, and whenever you all may have called, or emergencies or something come up, I'm quick to, say, hey, I gotta go tend to my kids, or I gotta go pick you up from school, or what have you, So I feel real good about, just how I've done as far as balancing life.
I can honestly say that's one thing that I've always complimented him on, just always being there and always being at the house. When we leave school, when we leave practice, when we would need something, like he said, an emergency, Dad was always there. Because I had a lot of friends, who dad had the same careers, lawyers or different things. They were always busy. And they would say, well, my parent, never really came to my game, but I never could say that. Dad was at almost every game, everything, PTA meetings, all of that. So that was one thing I definitely appreciated and never took for granted.
I agree. Even back when I played volleyball, even the coaches were like, oh, your parents are at every game. They always look so well dressed. Your dad, they're at every event. And even when it comes to, to a flat tire, he's there in 30 minutes, tops, to change the tire and all that stuff. And I really appreciate him being there for everything and anything. Like you mentioned, he could be on the bench in the middle of trial, and if I call, he'll answer the phone, get up really quick, leave out. So I definitely appreciate him always putting my sister and I and my mother before anything else, because that is his top priority, and I appreciate that.
Again, I want to thank you for joining us today. I have a couple of closing remarks with my husband, and I wanted to just ask you, what brings you joy? You do such a great job of pouring into me, pouring into our daughters, and we've discussed many times how serious and important the father-daughter relationship is. But you managed to do all three, which is amazing within itself. I mean, I don't believe that either of us ever felt like we were getting the short end. I know I didn't, and I doubt that our daughters did. But just how did you manage that without? You're so sacrificial as a person. I don't think there's any selfishness in you at all. But how did you manage to have that balance, knowing that how important it was to be a present father in their life as well as in mine?
Well, definitely, first and foremost, I stay in the Word, stay prayerful, stay on my knees. And for me, I'm just, I guess, a simple person, country boy. Doesn't take much to please me. I enjoy serving. Definitely, I feel that God has blessed me with a servant spirit to serve my wife, to serve, our daughters, to serve our children. It's not a hard thing. It's never been complicated. And just for me, just the simple things in life, I enjoy working in the yard. And I think for me, that has been a part of, just, I guess, that balance in life where I guess say you're serving others, but for me, I got my joy out of working with my hands, working in the yard, and definitely serving you all. So it's been a blessing for me just to serve. It's like the Bible says, better to give than receive. So I'm just excited whenever I'm able to give.
Well, you're so humble, and I really treasure and look forward to occasions like this, because it's the only time that our daughters and I actually have a chance to just have you be celebrated and appreciated, and just let you know that you're around. We appreciate you, and you're such a blessing to me. My father, I was blessed to have a wonderful father who now rests in heaven, but when he lived, he was always so proud of you as a husband and as a father. He always felt that he didn't have to worry about, me or our daughters. It's like he was comforted in knowing that I was taken care of, and that, we were in good hands with you. And I believe that that gave him real peace in knowing that I was taken care of, and you have always taken great care of me and our daughters. So today is your day, and I just want you to know how much we appreciate you. I want to wish all the fathers out there a happy Father's Day. I hope that your families and loved ones are honoring you and giving you the appreciation that you definitely deserve. And to all those who, like myself, has fathers in heaven, I'd like to ask you to just cherish the memories you have and remember the love that you shared between you and your father, and know that your Father in heaven is an ever-present Father, and you will definitely find your hope and comfort in him. And may he bring you peace this day, even if you are grieving or if you feel a loss. I pray that your day will be a blessed one as you remember your father and the wonderful times you had together. So again, I'm Kathy Morrison, your certified life coach for the soul. Thank you for being here today, and I hope that you have a wonderful day and continue to move forward and continue to seek and have emotional wholeness in your life today and always. Thank you. Bye-bye.